see that. There you go.
For me, the hardest part about coming to Thailand was big fear.
In fact, this was my first plane ride.
I thought I was going to starve.
Definitely not being aware of my surroundings.
Pretty much leaving my friends and family behind at home.
Actually being here on my own.
And then not really knowing what to expect.
There was no real fears I had with coming here.
One of the biggest preconceived ideas I had about coming to Thailand is a lot of individual agriculture, but there's a lot of great works where people are working together and they're building their own communities.
I didn't really have a perception of what Thailand was like until I got here, but the biggest thing I noticed was the love that people had for agriculture and providing for themselves, but also the people around them in their communities.
Being here, I see that Thailand is really developing in terms of their economy and their infrastructure, and I can definitely see that Thailand has a really bright future ahead.
And being here, I had so many more questions about Thai culture and Thai history and their customs that I ever thought I would have had. And it really kind of put in perspective to me about just how big the world is.
The most beautiful thing that I saw in Thailand would be the CASNR Dam. I thought it was just absolutely breathtaking, the view, and I loved looking at all the mountains surrounding it.
Royal project. It was such a great experience to see such a variety of agricultural practices combined into one educational center. I thought it was incredibly beautiful and I was amazed by all the things that I saw.
The most beautiful thing about Thailand is definitely the diverse terrain. In a span of 60 miles, you can go anywhere from grasslands to mountains to even beaches.
The beaches that we stayed at, they were just such a change from the beaches that I've been to in the United States. They were very tranquil, quiet, and just beautiful.
I really enjoyed meeting the monk at the Buddhist temple. He was so open and kind with his time and provisions. I feel like he embodied the core of the actual Thai culture.
The person I liked meeting the most while I was in Thailand was the vice president of the KPS campus. I felt like he was a genuine man that had a lot of insight to offer.
And knowledge of agriculture. I can see why he's so respected here, because he just oozed a passion for agriculture, and I can really appreciate that. It reassured me that I was studying the right thing.
The person that I liked meeting the most would have to be Luke Moo. She was so kind with her hospitality and the way she would go with us where people couldn't necessarily speak English, and she would translate it for us to the best of her ability to where she could explain it in English and have us get a better understanding.
So I can't really pick one person that I think is my most favorite. I really loved all of the staff that worked with us, especially those who were with us every single day, were allowed to handle, and they definitely were very gracious and they appreciated everything, and we appreciate them so much. On this trip, I definitely learned to ask questions, whether that's from the lecturers or our faculty and staff, or even just the people who were in college with me.
I really learned a lot about just the similarities and the differences between the US and the Thai industry. I learned a lot about regulation and food security.
If I learned one thing about being in a different country, is that there's always something that's going to spike your interest, no matter what it is.
I never would have learned anything about the subject and profession of agriculture without having taken this course and being involved in this experience to Thailand.
This trip has taught me that despite our cultural differences, all people are more alike than they are different. Yes, we do have very different cultures, but the things that make us human are all the same. My favorite thing was by far their hospitality.
The faculty of KPS would always make sure that everybody else had food on their plates before they took some for themselves.
It's mainly the hope and faith they have in their leader.
Their ability to interact with each other, whether it be the ag businesses and the farmers, or all the people that sold different trinkets and items at the markets.
Well, here in Thailand, respect is automatically given, where in the US we kind of have an attitude where you have to earn respect.
My most memorable moment in Thailand was definitely when I got to see coffee that was produced with the help of the civets. I thought that was such an incredible way to produce coffee, and it was something that I'd never heard about before.
It's what we've done overall. Just from the beginning, once we got here to the end, has been a complete new learning experience to me.
Non-Star Village is probably my favorite part about this program because I just found it extremely inspiring how there was an initiative being taken to empower women.
We were at Bangbird Beach and there was a coconut in a tree and I thought I could get it down, so I went to get the coconut down, and little did I know beehives are actually on coconuts. So when I went to slap the coconut the second time, a swarm of bees came up. It attacked me.
Whenever we went to the Buddhist temple, and this monk greeted us with such openness and generosity, and I feel like that's the epitome of the Thai culture, is that they're so open and generous in every aspect of their life.
How friendly the Thai people really are.
Along the lake that I stayed here at Kampong Sang, I saw these big lizards that I had no idea what they were. I was out in the hallway just by chance, and one was actually running around the hallway hiding behind a flower pot. And I got the chance to get a hands-on look and really kind of look at a species that I had never even had contact with before.
When the Vice President said, we don't search for a life of comfort, we search for a life of value. And I've gotten to have a lot of great discussions with people here about my future choices and plans, and that really has spoken to me and it will stay with me forever.